Okay, today we will be reviewing the Armored Assault Tank. Let me grab the box. The set number 75283 with 286 pieces. Now I recently just reviewed the 501st Battle Pack, which was around the same pieces, maybe 270 something. And the 501st Battle Pack went for $30. This one went for $40. I do think this set could have gone for $30, but it's probably $40 because of these very unique characters, these unique minifigures. The droids come in other sets, so they're not too popular. But it is nice to see droids with printing on them and different colored torsos. We don't get that too often. Now, we start off with the two. You get two of these AAT droids. They call them different names, but they're the exact same minifigure. I love the dark green stripe on there. They were formerly known as Kashyyyk Troopers, which I don't mind. You could play it either way you want. Choose your imagination. Put those two off to the side. But they, one thing I did notice is they do have the more metallic blaster. I'm not sure why, but they do. Now we have the Ashoka Trooper, or I believe the 332nd, I think. But it is the exact same as the 501st Trooper, but the helmets are different. As you can see, the helmet is based off of Ashoka's skin, kind of paying homage to her in Clone Wars Season 7, right? So it's got the helmet, it's got the brand new clone face. There's the back, all white. Kind of makes you want an all white clone trooper. We'll see if they'll do that in the future. It's got the white arms and the white belt. Like I said in the last video, I love these new white belts. It looks nice and clean and fresh. All right, we'll put him off to the side. And now we have Ashoka. Here's her new hairpiece. And it is not... Their head. It's tight, which is good. You want it to be tight so it doesn't loosen up. But it is a malleable plastic. It is not hard plastic. You can see that I'm squishing it. It's not a hard plastic, it's a little bit of a softer plastic. And take it off of her. She has this side of her head, sort of a smirk, and the other side of her head, an angry face. There's her back printing. No back printing on the legs, but we do have some on the front. Nice shine to the minifigure, and she has her two lightsabers that Anakin gave her in the season finale. Alright, put hers back on. And she's got the little head crown thing. Should probably be lower to the line, like the bottom of her headpiece, but that's okay. Now we have the AAT. It is
probably exactly the size that I thought it would be. I knew it wouldn't be as big as the previous Clone Wars AAT. And when I was building it, I thought it was going to be like tiny.
But as the build came along, it got bigger, and I was pleased by that.
So the first things we have
Are 2 spring-loaded shooters, which are very, very well concealed, which is awesome. That's how they should be done, in my opinion. We have the 2 cannons on the side. We can turn that around so we're not focusing on it. 2 cannons on the side with a smaller cannon and a longer cannon for a total of 4 guns on each side. They do not swivel at the base like they used to. They swivel at the top part, at the outside part.
got 2 Separatist insignia stickers right here. Very, very cool. Don't mind these stickers, they blend in very well.
It's a very sleek build. These 2 big pieces give it a very nice sleekness to it. It's a very good build, very, very sturdy, except for one part which I will get to. But it's a sturdy build, hefty build. I like it. It's very dense and compact. All right, now we have the cockpit for the droid. As you can see on the left and the right, there are 2 control panels. On the left one, you can see it's more of a screen, but it doesn't really show anything on the screen. The right one is just a bunch of buttons. But if you take a droid, take off the gun, get them in the sitting position, just put them right there. Lower the ramp, and there you go. Your driver is in place. I'll leave him in there for now. Drop the gun. I'll get that later. Okay. Now on to the controversial part. Is basically this whole top part right here. Basically, controversy is that it's too big. I don't really have a problem with it. It doesn't seem that oversized. It may seem, to me, it seems a little wide and a little blunt, but I think it's a fair build. I think it's a fair size for this size of a build. The cannon is quite long. It should probably be right there. But, you know, this doesn't really bother me at all. I'm not really a display Lego person. I like to play with my Legos. So the super extra long cannon, you know, when I'm playing with it, it makes me imagine that this is a very powerful AAT, and whatever clone trooper squad that is going up against it, they better watch out, because this thing can kick some butt, you know? It gives the illusion that it's bigger than it actually is, because this is a small tank, right? So the very long cannon is kind of necessary to give it that big feel. If it wasn't for that, I would say that this is probably a little too small. But I don't mind the cannon, you know. From a play Lego user point of view, I don't mind. Got a nice sleek finish all the way up to the top, a nice rounded finish. I do like that. You have the antennas, one sword antenna and one regular antenna. Okay, now, as you can see, the colors on this are just great. The way the dark blues and the light grays, they really fit with the Separatist theme. The more disappointing part of the set is the back of it, only because there is really nothing going on. In previous sets, there was like cool features in the back here, but there isn't really anything going on back here. Just simply just a wall right there. Not much of anything. It's got a nice look from the back. Could be a little cleaner, but the main focus of the set is, of course, the front. The one problem I have with this set, I can look past the size, I can look past some of the inaccuracies, that's fine with me. My one thing is, like I said, I like to play with my sets. So, the fact that this is just so loose is a big problem with me. And as you can see, the looseness of this part of the AAT, if it comes down too far, it messes with the mechanism of the spring-loaded shooter, and if you push it down too far, it shoots the cannon. You know, if I'm playing around swiveling with it, it's like, because you want to hold it right here. You want to hold it right there, and these things are definitely gonna get in the way. You can't hold it right there, because it's just like, you know, you gotta hold it by the base. And it's way, way too close to these things. They should have figured out a way to make these stationary, but they are not. They just swivel around, you know. Kind of annoying. I did find a way, if you put a piece right there and clip it on, it will stay, but instead of it being flush, it's slightly ajar, like that. Which, to me, it probably isn't that bad. I might, after this review, do that fix. But to others, it might be a little bit of annoying. I shouldn't have to mod it, basically. I shouldn't have to do that, but I probably will. Okay. And lastly, we have this part of the head. You can open up, and you can sit the droid inside. Or, if you want, stand them up. Whatever you desire. So, I'll set him down real quick. So, you can have your AAT. You can have the clone trooper and Ashoka fighting it. And then, if you're really lucky, you went out and bought yourself a 501st Battle Pack. It's a little too tall for the camera, but you got your speeders, you got some more troops. Have yourself a big battle. And that, in my opinion, is great. So, So my final thoughts on this set. Let me say this. If this set was marked at a $30 price, I think that this set would be a very good set. Most people don't get the opportunity to build their droid armies, and this is a great way to build your droid army. You know, go out and buy 3 of these things. You got 3 AATs. I mean, that's amazing. And I think it's a decent enough size to where it does not bother you. You know. But for the $40 price, I would have to say that this set, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. $30, I would give it an 8.5. The inaccuracies do not bother me that bad, as much as it does other people. I think this set is great. If you can get multiple of these sets, and do so, you know, having multiple AATs in a battle is like necessary for a Clone Wars scene. So getting your hands on as many of these as you possibly can, it's great. This is a very, very good set. Could be better in some ways, but I would not be surprised if I went out and bought myself another one, if that tells you anything of how I feel about this set. I don't have any plans of doing that, but I would not be surprised if I went out and did that. Yeah, very good set. Okay, that is all I have to say about the AAT. Again, have fun with your Lego, be creative, and play with them.